Welcome back to American Latino TV. I'm Natasha Martinez. Up next, we catch up with professional mixed martial artist Douglas Lima. The Atlanta native has definitely taken the road less traveled on his path towards stardom. As an immigrant who had to adjust living in a new country, Douglas quickly took to MMA as a means of surviving. But he did more than just survive. After winning multiple regional titles across the country, he catapulted to the welterweight championship belts in the surging Bellator MMA organization. He defends his title with us right here on American Latino TV. Check it out.
American Latino Athletes, presented by McDonald's.
You know, I started training, high school, You know, I've always wanted to do wrestling, but I had to work, so I never wrestled. Went to school, went, to my job and then trained after. I used to do a trophy, like in a trophy store. Worked there for about 5 years, so, I was building something that in the future I was gonna get, when I fight, so it's pretty cool. I was always a calm person, never really got into trouble, street fights and stuff, but I've always really loved, the martial arts, and I just, fell in love with it, not just jiu-jitsu, but Muay Thai, the whole fighting process, I loved it, what I mean? So he definitely kept me, in a lot of, kept me away from the trouble, because I was always focused, on training. I've always wanted to be good at it. I did 3 amateur fights only, it was hard to fight fights at amateur because people wanted to fight pro because they wanted to get paid. When they kind of saw me fight, I was like, man, I'm not taking this fight as an amateur, I need to get paid for that. So, 18 years old, I was pro, and I knew it. From the first fight, I knew I was gonna make this a career. I loved it, I did okay, I did pretty good, I never lost as an amateur, 3 fights, 4. And from that point on, I knew this was gonna be my career. I grew up like watching guys like Vanderlei Silva, that whole academy that they had back in the days, just brawler, KO, try to finish a guy. So I try to imitate that, as my fighting career, start moving forward. Knockouts, man, that's what people love, Those guys were stumping people in the head, soccer kicking, you know what I mean? I wanted to do something like that. Even though I was never an aggressive person, but when it came to the fighting, I loved that style, that aggressive style, looking for the finish the whole time. People loved it, people loved it, I loved it, and I would love to show that to some people, so that's how I adapt to my style. Yeah, I mean, Bellator, they're up there right now. We're up there, second, first, second best promotion in the world. I know UFC has been, in the industry for a long time, so of course it's bigger. But Bellator is catching up. We're considered, equal as far as talent. It's the same thing. In this fight, I'm here to prove once again that Bellator belongs in the top of the division. Because I'm fighting a guy that, is one of the best ever. I'm gonna show people that Bellator, where it stands. We're talent-wise, we're the same as anywhere in the world. The company's growing. It's bringing a lot of talent. And we're here to make a name, for ourselves. Hard work speaks, man. You gotta work hard, because it's a lot on the line, man. It's a big thing. It's a big responsibility. Carrying yourself as a champion. You represent the company, and you guys want what you have, so it's you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready at all times. Take this serious, and that's what I do. That's what I do best. I take this job very serious, and man, can't let anybody take this away from me.